Be careful, little eyes, what you see. Be careful, little ears, what you hear. Be careful, little mouth, what you say. Euphoria and shows like it are the death of our youth. Let's talk about it. From the very first episodes of Euphoria, where a child engages in sexual intercourse with another character's dad.
No fucking way! You're full of shit. No way!
To relationship and drug abuse, Euphoria marked its first season of television with degradation such unseen in daytime media. Euphoria starts off following a group of high school students as they engage with real-world and adult issues. Because let's be clear, Euphoria is a show for adults that features children.
Be made in the first place. It's so degenerate. It's so hedonistic. Not a single intellectual is watching that show. That show is designed for people that have no moral framework whatsoever and are just going to be gullible to whatever they're fed by their favorite celebrity. And we know who's behind it. We know. It's literally so obvious.
Euphoria Season 1 redefined not only media, but our minds as well. Now, there is another show. It's called Heartbreak High on Netflix. The whole conceit is that we have two best friends who have been caught making a list of who all of the children in their school have hooked up with, who've kissed, who they like, etc. And this list kind of gets exposed to everyone in the school. And we have two best friends, and one of them kind of starts acting off, and the friendship kind of fractures. However, we do quickly learn that the main conflict is that one of the girls was almost SA'd at a party that both of the girls were at, and she didn't feel as if her friend supported her or was there for her when she needed her to be there, and she chose to hook up with another boy instead. In this, and she has every right to be angry in the situation, but the show quickly kind of goes downhill from there. So the friend who was almost SA'd gets with her old best friend's crush, and then not a few episodes later has a threesome with said best friend's crush and the boy that her old best friend is currently talking to at that stage. Now, at that point, I just turned it off. It was nothing but a constant plume of immorality. And while it may have been a reflection of some people's lived lives and real trauma responses, it would not have been possible without the success of Euphoria. Euphoria, while an HBO show, redefined how we approach media and what media we are allowing ourselves to interact with. From the amount of sex, drug abuse, disgusting friendships, it gave the showrunners of these different shows and the public at large an excuse to push the envelope of what we're willing to accept out of our media.
It's where Cassie was supposed to be shirtless, and I would tell Sam, I don't really think it's necessary here.
Isn't that insane? Just because in season 2, Cassie has so many nude scenes. So I'm horrified to think about what that original script looked like before they stripped it back. Like, that's crazy.
I found an interesting comment from Claire O'Neill Comedy. She was on Threads and she said, I was a PA on Euphoria season 2 in 2021. There was a scene where Sydney Sweeney happened to be lying down in a low-cut dress. So Sam and the DP added a slow pan close-up of her breast for absolutely no reason. The entire crew just watched as they lingered on this completely unnecessary boob shot, and no one...
Rue can do drugs and have this big glamorous dance scene and this kind of psychedelic trip, and it looks beautiful and glamorous, and they look beautiful and glamorous, and you think, or some part of you starts to sneak in, well, I can have that too. And no, the media that we watch is not carte blanche to behave any way that we would like. However, shows like this normalize predation. Again, these are children, and in watching content like this, which is essentially softcore pornography, we are becoming the predators. If you are a Euphoria fan or you want to engage honestly in this topic, ask yourself one question. Why high school? Why not college-aged kids? And the truth is simple. High school kids have parents, guardians, rules, standards, structure, school, all of these things that are meant to corral them and keep them and give them structure and routine. And if the rules don't exist, then it doesn't feel as good to watch people break them. It's disgusting. When a young mind engages in sexual things too early, it perverts the mind. When a person starts watching pornography before they engage with a real person, it perverts something inside of them. It does something to them and to the expectations that they have about a real life human partner. It gives unrealistic expectations about what someone should look like, or what sex should be like, or what a relationship should be like. It's all angles and lighting and exaggeration. And when we watch this type of media, It is the same thing. Your brain is not able to properly determine, hey, this is an actor acting and this is a person performing that act. And I could go on and talk about other softcore pornography. We talk about OF, and I will in a future video. The argument here is that it is the same thing. This is in direct opposition to what the Lord wants from us. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that Euphoria is written badly. It's not. The episodes where they do a deep dive into a character and they kind of talk about all the different things that make them up and what kind of a person it shaped them into be, all of those are wonderful, wonderful pieces of writing. It's great. You can't fault the writing process there. But I am saying that despite these kind of real issues and these things that are being input into the show, I am saying that it's vanity. It's vapid and it's vanity and vexation of spirit. Media like this tells us that everyone is secretly like this. Everyone is like this, and really, you are too. You are no better than Nate, who controls his girlfriends, or Cassie, who betrays her friends, or Lexi, who is a constant stream of judgment. Some people are afraid to watch horror movies because they worry that they're going to allow some negative entity or spirit or whatever it happens to be into their home, their space, or their mind. But I say that we need to guard against other types of media as well. And yes, that goes for social media too. I would raise you a thirst trap. C.S. Lewis, in his book Mere Christianity, talks about the difference between rules and conventions. Now, it's a convention that today we wear more straight-leg jeans, while 10 years ago, everybody and their brother was wearing skinny jeans. But it is a rule that if you pick up a rock and you drop it, that rock is going to fall to the ground. It's gravity. It's a rule. It's not something that can be broken. Likewise, there are rules that bring you closer to God and worldly conventions that take you further from Him. When we engage with media like this, we are intentionally separating ourselves from Christ. We are saying, let me engage with this media because nothing beyond this screen can affect me, when in reality, that can't be further from the truth. If it was true that our books, our movies, our TV shows, our music, whatever, did not have an effect on us, then people wouldn't spend millions and millions of dollars to put it in front of our faces. If you want to watch media like this, go ahead. However, if you are a believer or if you are kind of struggling with lust or these worldly kind of things and you are looking for a way to help yourself or to reach a new level, then I have a suggestion. Then I need you to think seriously about the phrase, be careful little eyes what you see, be careful little ears what you hear, and be careful little mouth what you say. Thanks, guys. Come back next week for a new video. I appreciate you all. Please like and subscribe.